Hello. So I wanted to make a quick video about the yuccas that I started from seeds back in April. It's been about 4 months since I started the seeds. I got a couple packets of seeds. I think I tried 3 or 4 varieties. I ended up with 2 varieties doing really well. The first variety was the beak yucca, and then the other variety that's done pretty good is the red yucca. So the plan was, I'm having a hard time finding a local source for these that are reasonably priced. So I thought I would try to grow them from seed, and the limited information I found online was that it was pretty easy to do. But I was hoping they would grow fast enough that we could use them within a season or 2. So here's the update. I have a couple of confessions to make. So the first confession was, I took my family on a West Coast trip this summer around the Western US, and we sort of forgot about the baby yucca plants that we had stuck out by our raised garden beds. So they basically were baked for the month of July in full sun without any water. And surprisingly, even though they were, only a couple months old, most of them had made it and in fact grown a little bit. Then the other confession was I had no idea that chickens like to eat yucca plants. So we had the yuccas again out by the garden bed, and we let our chickens out once in a while to forage around and eat all the slugs and bugs and things. And the chickens basically mowed down all the baby yucca plants, as well as laid eggs in the little pots that the yuccas were in one night. So they got eaten, but I think a lot of them have grown back, and we didn't lose any. So I'll just flip the camera around and show you what they look like. So this is a beaked yucca. You can see, well, this one wasn't too badly mowed down, but you can see it has these large tap roots. And one thing I would do differently is probably transplant them from the seedling trays into a bigger or into a deeper pot, because these taproots really want to grow down. That's what makes them so drought tolerant. And what we were using were these 4-inch pots that were 3 inches deep, and it would probably have been better to start, pot them up into like a tree starter plug or something that has a lot more depth to it. But I think they'll be fine. It's just, my hope is we're transplanting them into these gallon pots, and so my hope is that over the winter time, because I'm keeping these in my back office, that these roots will grow out and get a little bit bigger. So this is the beaked yucca. And then if I go up here, we also have a bunch of red yucca. So these are all red yuccas. And you can see like this one here got chewed on by the chickens. But some of them are actually pretty good sized. So I think they'll probably, hopefully continue to grow over winter under these grow lights, and I'm going to fertilize them and transplant them on. This one really got mowed down. But I'll give an update again probably right before we plant them out in March. So the hope is that they're going to be big enough that I can put them out into this drought tolerant bed that we're creating in the hell strip along the side of our, down one side of our house. So we're going to plant yuccas and some lavender and a couple other drought tolerant plants to provide, like, we have a couple beehives, so a little more flowers for the bees. Also, because we're in the high desert, something that doesn't require a lot of water. We'll probably supplement them for the first year or 2 with water. Not a lot, but I'll go out there with the hose once in a while and soak the ground just to get them established, and then the hope is after that they'll be on their own. So there's the update on the baby yuccas. Again, these were started from seeds, probably $10 worth of seeds. And I know at our local garden center, one of these plants is $15. So it's definitely worth it. It does take a couple seasons to grow. But if you have time, I think it's totally doable. So that's the update. Take care.